on your then run it back.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go! At their own 26-yard line.
Ready?
Check, 59.
Hey, watch the ball, Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready, break.
Watch the slant. Check, tight right. Go out there,
2nd and 14. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And we coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
The throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
And middle. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Fresno.
And to give this time to the tailback. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd down, Johnson. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
I'm coming after you.
On third down, Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
6 down. Check 6 down. 59. Check mark 45. Check mark.
They snap it to Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. Number 20. 44. Good track. Watch the ship.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now it's Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting?
And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They come out here in the eye. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it's second down.
Set. Get a 20. Mike, 45. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. 40 got. 40 got. Like 7.
Throwing again. Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. On first down, it's Johnson, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On second and 12, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. Touchdown, Detroit! Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This is Cohen. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Right, 2. 56-2.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Let's go. 30 base.
First down, Bears.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
The Bears, first down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
They go play action here on first down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
70, Indy, Christian Travis.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and 5. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
Bears 14, Lions 10. Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, 54.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Stanford. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Here we go, D. Hey, 22. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They go back to the ground to Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
60 or. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll look to throw here. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On second down now, it's Cohen. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Second and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 59. Go. Go. Switch. Check 31. Check 31.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he finds Stills, complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, it's Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strip the ball. Hey, easy. Hurry up, get set.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Stafford, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Stafford now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Let's go.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, Johnson. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
To the end zone, touchdown Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh, too.
Turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, lock it.
They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bilal Nichols. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike spoke well. Watch the screen.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Floyd. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He finds Robinson.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
That's what I do. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
2nd and 4. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
First down, Chicago.
56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Down.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long
Throwing here, Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 35 on 2nd down, Stafford. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33-yard line.
Hey, Alpha!
2nd and 1. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
The 2nd down pass.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 46 yards. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.